Hi everyone, my name is Ronald Denisio and I'm the Virtual Content Specialist for 7th grade Social Studies. In this teacher-facing video series, I will go over strategies for teaching Unit 2, Day 23, African Americans in the Revolution, including the what's the point, looking for the main idea note-taking strategy. This note-taking strategy is helpful to teach students because they can use this strategy for many lessons in the Passport to Social Studies curriculum. This lesson has been adapted by the New York Historical Society from Lesson 14, found on page 199 of the 7th grade Unit 2 Passport to Social Studies Curriculum Guide. Make sure you are having ongoing conversations about the difficulty of teaching and learning about slavery and the mistreatment of Native Americans and Africans through history. Remind students that it is not a comfortable topic for anyone, and it is an awful time in the history of our nation. You could also remind students that they may encounter terms in primary sources that we know are not appropriate, but that are unfortunately representative of words used during this time in history, and continue to provide space for students to express their discomfort and feelings of anger or distress that may emerge from learning about these topics in history. Our last teacher-facing slide includes an update and note on terminology. Please note an update in terminology on these lesson slides from the original Passport lessons. The term African American has mostly been updated with Black colonials to reflect changes of terminology within scholarship. In this lesson, students will analyze primary and secondary documents to determine various ways Black colonials played an active role in the outcome of the Revolutionary War. For our introduction to monoslides, we will take some time to build the necessary background that will help students to engage with the sources in this lesson. Explain to students that both the British and the Patriots have policies related to if and how Black colonials participated in the war. Use the slides that follow to provide background information to students. Review the information with students, answer questions, and clarify student misconceptions. I'll give you an opportunity to read the slides now. After we go over the British policy and the American policy on Black colonials, we'll explain to the students that for enslaved Black colonists, deciding which side of the war to support, what mattered most was freedom. Black colonials fought for both sides, but an overwhelming majority joined the British. For the main learning activity, we have a variety of sources for students to explore with accompanying guiding questions. Students have the option to read Colonel Tye's life story and answer the questions on the next slide. Students can also read Phyllis Wheatley's life story on the following slide, and then answer guiding questions. We also have an extension activity from the New York Historical Society on this teacher-facing slide, as well as additional life stories of Deborah Squash, James Armistead Lafayette, and Jacob Francis. As students are exploring and reading the resources, you can also show students how to use the what's the point, looking for the main idea note-taking strategy to help students process information and prepare them to answer the lesson's guiding questions. You can see that this graphic organizer and note-taking strategy prompts students to note the following as they read on the left-hand side of their notebook or on this graphic organizer. And at the end, to sum up points 1 to 4, by responding to the prompt. I think that this text is mostly about. Again, this note-taking strategy might be beneficial to have students use as they read the sources before they answer the guiding questions. That wraps up Unit 2, Day 23 to 24, African Americans in the Revolution lesson. I hope this video was helpful. Remember that you can use the note-taking strategy we went over today for lots of different lessons in the Passport to Social Studies curriculum.